Isn't my sandwich so beautiful? Now, let's have a talk. First of all, I had to work today. Second of all, I got a new job. Thank God. On the other hand, I should have got my sandwich cut in half. But I left my old job early today so I can go to my doctor's appointment just for me to get to the doctor's office. And they're like, no, come back at 3 o'clock. And I was like, well, if I'm going to come back at 3 o'clock, I might as well bring the baby because I feel like he got an ear infection. So we'll see. On the other hand, I've been learning how to use YouTube more. And I found out that I need more videos, like long videos. So I'll be spending more time with you all. On the other hand, my fucking radio in my car is not working on the Bluetooth. It only want to work on like the CarPlay, on some Android CarPlay shit, and that's annoying. That's almost as complicated as trying to find a babysitter in Georgia without having to take off your arm and your leg. But that's why I'm switching jobs, is just because the babysitters be wanting $14 an hour, and I make $14 an hour. It's just too much. But the new job is $21 an hour, but it's part time. But guess what? Nothing is official. So for people who check my money, just know that ain't shit official, and I still make $14.50 an hour, part time. So yesterday I was depressed because it was like two like amateur shows that I was like invited to go to, but I couldn't go because I didn't have a babysitter. I texted like 5 people. Nobody was available to babysit. But I'm also at a point with the music where like I want it to be me against me. So I'm starting to like dedicate more time to streaming my music, and I'm seeing the revenue go up. I'm happy about that. But it just was kind of frivolous for me to go to like amateur shows where like you pay to perform. Like I'm done paying to perform. But whenever I woke up this morning, I'm like, oh yeah, the money that I was gonna pay to perform, I can use the money to put out new music. So you guys will be getting a new song from me called Baby Daddy in about 3 days. I'm very excited about that. Back to this big ass sandwich that's too big to chew. I mean, it's really big. But what I like about the new job is it's gonna be all girls, so it's gonna help me concentrate more. I went to an all girls high school, and statistically, men can concentrate around girls, but it's the women whose comprehension is effective when it's men inside the classroom. So I look forward to just working with all women. On the other hand, as I'm looking for Mr. Right, I added something else to the criteria, and that would be that I want him to have some availability to be able to sleep with me at home at night and to babysit occasionally so I can do shows. And my little stalker wannabe boyfriend, I just let him know, honey, you're not the one for me because you don't have no time to stay the night with me, let alone help me with my baby. And so yesterday, when I couldn't go to the show, I was a little depressed because, like, I missed my baby daddy, like, and that's what the song says. I miss my baby daddy. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Like, my youngest son does not have a father. And, like, I mean, it's hard. So now I have to pay more money in babysitters and shit like that. And then sometimes I try to tell myself that, like, if he was alive, that would have the same struggles. But I just don't think that's true. I think eventually we would have caught up to each other. I really do. So, but let me tell you something. It's a weird life when everybody's staring at you. I could be blowing my nose and people gonna stare at me. But on the other hand, my baby daddy used to help me financially. Especially when that ex-husband of mine was like not willing to help. He stepped up. There wasn't a time that I saw my baby daddy and he didn't give me some money. And it wasn't that I was asking for it. He would just offer, you know? But um, sometimes I just have to remind myself that like nothing can ever really replace him at all. So my baby daddy lives pretty close to Indiana where my other kids live at. So after Christmas, whenever I went to pick up my baby from my daddy, um, I went past the graveyard, which is right down the street from my old house that's close to Indiana. And I knew that he didn't have like a tombstone yet. And I knew that I didn't know exactly where he was at. But I rode past lot A, and then I rode past lot B, and I heard something that was like, I'm here, I'm here. Because I definitely do have an intuition. And when I went to see his mama the next day, she told me that he's in lot 6C. So I was pretty close. But whenever I do the video for my baby daddy and the song Baby Daddy, and it's like, go ahead and be baby daddy out of here. Took a whole lot of shit for us to get here. Very life ain't sing. Somebody piss on your plane. The wrong person make you feel like you really, really, really riding on the inside. Be careful who you let slide. Tsunami gotta glide. Ride your little dick just one more time. So I'm gonna put 6C in the video. I'm gonna start repping 6C a whole lot. Like, this shit hurt me, you know. But every time I find another piece of him, I tuck it deep in my heart. So 6C is gonna be something that y'all hear me say a whole lot. It just made me feel good just to say it, you know. So yeah. Sexy. Sometimes men be like, oh, well, tsunami. My dick's little, my dick's little. And I'm like, boy, my baby daddy had a little bitty ass dick. It's about if you know how to work it or not. So when I saw him in the casket, I kept wanting to just do like a little peekaboo to his pants. I felt myself wondering a lot about his legs and his pants. And so that's why in the song I say, write your little dick just one more time at the top, at the altar on top of you. Titties on titties I be gave for you. You chunky. Because he was a chunk of butt. And I remember talking about I was like first time meeting your baby, casket day, life's crazy. Because the first time he met his son was a funeral day. But me and my baby daddy had been lost from each other for so long and had been looking for each other. But somebody who he was dating had blocked me. And so it was extremely hard for us to get in contact with each other. But he knew I was a rapper. He knew I had moved. And I miss him. But I love like seeing his mama, you know, Sumandre. I love seeing her. It makes me remember him. I love waking up next to my son and seeing him look just like his daddy. Life's crazy. So one of the last lyrics on the song is, Tsunami, my ocean, cry for you. I'm talking about how I'm so sad on the inside, but still so beautiful like the ocean. But the most important part of the song is the viral life is insane. People are pissed on your plane. Dating the wrong person to make you feel like you're dying on the inside. Be careful who you let slide. All my songs talk about having good pussy, so that's why I said Tsunami gotta glide. And then I said, I told you something be good as casket day. No, I said, I told you something be good as daddy's day. Had to get dressed in the car, came a long way. So that's just talking about how I had to travel from my city, the city of Atlanta, all the way close to down there by Indiana to get to the funeral. And I literally did have to get dressed inside the car. And whenever I first got there, I had on this sundress, a little sundress. Because it's warm in Atlanta, it's kind of cold in Indiana. And I had on this little bitty sundress and some slides. And I remember crying and being hella thick. And just, I was there when they pulled him out. You know, pulled him out of the hearse. And that's why I said the song to say, I saw the hearse and I got the chasing. Because when his mama called me, it was like, I hope you can make it for the funeral. I got the call 2 days before the funeral. I got the call on a Thursday. The funeral was on a Saturday at 11 a.m. I pulled up to the church at 9 o'clock a.m. I said, I get the funerals early. And, I mean, every time I go to the city, I'm looking for him. And, I mean, I was there when he got pulled out the hearse. And I walked up and I was like, be careful, be careful, be careful. That's my man, that's my man, that's my man. And because I'm real beautiful, they're staring at me like, this is your man? I'm like, that's my man. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, so be careful. And after I said that, you know, they just went ahead and pulled the rest of the casket out. And they put them on this little, like, kind of like a dolly for a casket. They put them up on it. And that's when I got to screaming. I got to be like, ah, ah. And I remember crying. And I remember trying to, like, hold my dress down. Because I didn't want nothing to pop out. I didn't have no panties on and shit. So then we got him up on a dolly. We put him through the back of the church. And I'm like, oh my God, it's just me and him. And I felt kind of weird keep screaming that's my man because we had an open relationship. But at the same time, I didn't see no other woman right there saying what I was saying. So the whole funeral, me and my baby was next to the casket. And it was at that moment that I realized what I always knew, which was that we loved each other. And we really should have just been together. Like, I'm just going to say it flat out. Like, me and him should have just been together. So that's why the song says, the man is like his Dutch of men. And I'm like, ain't no time for no history lesson. My love was on lockdown. Didn't need no okay. That's the truth. That's the truth. But I'm going to go ahead and head back to work. My name is Ashley, but I'm sending you love. If you lost anybody, I'm sending you all the love. I lost my baby daddy in May. I believe it was May. Mother's Day to be exact. And we in May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It's been 8 months. But anyways, RP to my baby daddy. Bye. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you tap in. I got new music coming your way. Ratchet, ashy hands, but it's okay.